Soce's life lessons.
When I was 15, I realized I might be gay. When I was 20, I came out. And in my 30s, I finally got married. Kids these days, though, they seem to be coming out younger and younger. But if you're in the closet, it can be pretty daunting. Here's some advice to make it easier.
Do a lot of research. There are many websites that will discuss ways to help you figure out your sexual orientation.
A lot of times people stay in the closet because they just don't know whether they're gay or not. I thought I was just like everyone else, and I was terrified of the thought that I could be totally different from everyone else. So going to a website was actually very helpful because it listed these are some of the traits that gay men have, and I could realize lots of people have these traits, and I am just one of them, and I'm not alone. Some of the traits included, if you're walking down the street and you see a bunch of average-looking men and you think, yeah, I could have sex with him, then you're probably gay. And if, for instance, you see a beautiful supermodel and you're like, she's very gorgeous, but I have no interest in having sex with her. Or, for instance, if you fantasize about men in your free time, then you're probably gay. In fact, I also did fantasize about women, but only because I felt guilty that I was spending all this time fantasizing about men, and I was like,
I should fantasize about women too.
but it was only out of an obligation. That meant that I was gay. And reading this stuff on a website really helped me feel like I wasn't alone and that it's okay. It made me really sure that I really was gay and not just a straight dude who found men to be incredibly attractive.
Make sure you're really ready to come out. Once you've said it, it's hard to take it back.
When you come out of the closet, you gotta do it with confidence. You gotta tell the world, I'm gay. Deal with it. You can't be confused, you can't be wishy-washy, because then when you're confused, other people get confused. It just makes things much more challenging. You gotta be direct. You gotta realize, once you come out of the closet, you can't get back in. I mean, you can, but it just becomes very difficult and confusing. You gotta realize, as soon as you start telling people, they're gonna tell other people, and everyone is gonna know that you're gay. And you gotta realize, I don't care.
For most people, it won't be a big deal, so don't be disappointed if they fail to be shocked.
When I came out, I thought there were gonna be gasps and shock and people would throw a big parade for me. But for most people, all I got was a shrug. And to be honest, if somebody were to come out to me, it just wouldn't be a big deal. Other than my husband, it doesn't really matter to me what people do sexually. All that matters is, are they a good person?
The more times you come out, the easier it gets.
First time you come out, it's going to be super awkward. No matter how much you practice, no matter how much it works perfectly in your head, in real life, you're not going to have the right words to say. You're not going to know how to bring it up. It's going to be weird. But after you do it a few times, it ends up being super chill, super easy. In fact, as an adult, I'm still coming out when I meet new people sometimes. I figure if somebody has a problem with me being gay, then that's on them.
You don't need to come out to everyone, but feel free to mention your sexual orientation if it comes up naturally.
Being gay is an important part of who I am, but it's not the only part of who I am. For instance, I'm also Jewish, I work in finance, I love math, video games, and music. Imagine if you met somebody and they listed every one of their accomplishments and interests. It'd be pretty weird. So I don't always talk about being gay unless it comes up naturally. Like if somebody were to ask me, what are you doing over the holidays? I might say, oh, I'm going to visit my husband's family. Because that's just what's happening, and there's no need to be weird about it and cage it in strange terms. On the other hand, when I'm talking to people, I don't like to force them to come out, so I use gender-neutral terms. Like instead of saying, do you have a girlfriend or a wife? I'll say, are you married? Or are you seeing someone or in a relationship? I figured then it's up to them to discuss it the way that they want to discuss it. And that way people have their own freedom to talk about things the way they want to talk about it. If you have any other questions, you can reach out to me anytime. I'm happy to help you in your journey for coming out. And also there are tons and tons of websites and resources. I've compiled a list of some of my favorites and I put them in the description below. Feel good about who you are, because your sexuality is just one of many things that makes you who you are, and know that you are very, very well loved by lots of people. So go out there and live life and be happy. Thanks again for watching the episode. There's a lot more coming soon. Subscribe and let me know if there's anything you would like me to talk about. That's my advice. You can take it!
Soce's life lesson.